Team IMA versus Shell, yeah. Watching it right now as we load in. It does look like we have only one brush, so not the 4 brushes that we were promised. But let's take a look at this. So both sides are bringing in the heavy like we talked about. We've got some Tenta missiles, the sloshing machine that you mentioned, Rella, Tri-Slosher. I think with the exception of Ryuchu on the Tenta missile Kensa splatter shot, I mean, this is pretty conventional so far.
Yeah, I agree. And Team Ima's comp definitely caught my attention because overall I feel like their comp is actually pretty balanced because all their specials are actually completely different. Since Shell is running 2 Stingrays. And let's see how this goes.
Well, it's going pretty well so far. That's 3, almost 4 down. Fuchsia's going to have to run away, far away. We saw this composition again. We've seen the sloshing machine come back a lot. I know Morse has really been bringing it back in a big way. Double Stingray. I feel like it's been a while since we've seen double Stingray, right? It was really dropped in favor of just one really strong backliner Stingray. Do you think that's just a this team thing or if it's a common thing now?
At this point, I feel like it's a common thing. Because even though at this point, Stingray is like nerfed for like slightly for like a few seconds, I'm pretty sure it's still strong no matter what. Like no matter the nerfs, what the nerfs are. Okay, and Stingray from Zoning.
Yeah.
Sonic, there you go.
I think that's how you do it. I apologize if that's not. Earlier, though, I want to talk about opening. So you saw both of the heavies try to race to get to the top block there on that spinner. Sly actually got up to it first, and that was what got a double that really opened the game up for them. And again, you see they're focused so much on Sly that push was actually able to be made really without a ton of resistance. Getting past that first checkpoint really is a big part of this map.
Oh yeah, definitely. It can be pretty tough. Like you never know there's an opponent hiding, sharking, especially the top right side of the map by the grades, because there can definitely be a backline there hiding.
And do you think that the Tenta missiles here, because Ryuchi just got sent back to spawn, so it's a good part to talk about it. Yeah. I feel like I see this weapon, this Kensa splatter shot, a little more than I expect. Are missiles just that good? Is it a map sort of thing?
Well, I did earlier in one of my matches. I did use the Octobrush with missiles, and I feel like missiles is specifically good for this map, especially if your team gets the first checkpoint. I would suggest using the missiles right there, so that way it'll help force the enemy push back after the next checkpoint.
So Ryuchu and Yan there on the Brella both opted to go for what was kind of a flank here, and that's kind of a big gambit. They allowed them to get a ton of points there, but I mean, I guess it paid off. It looks like they got that Stingray off, but I was a little worried there for a second. Tower going to go back to middle here. Science going to hop back on and use these bubbles on this Kensa Jr. Man, Splattershot Jr., this Kensa Jr., I did not truly appreciate its power, but we've seen it a lot today as the lead shifts over.
Good lead there by Team Ooh, the sloshy flanking. Good kill by Fuchsia. Oh, but unfortunately she got double teamed by Splatoon and Raichu.
Do you think leads are easy to take back once you get past that first checkpoint? Neither of them have made it to the second checkpoint.
In my opinion, yes. This is one of these maps that it's easy to get a comeback, especially like if all your entire team has a specialist ready. Definitely.
Right. We see the Stingray up here again. Gonna probably opt to save it here, but man, this top map flank, we've seen that now twice. Oh, yeah. They've opted to go back up there. That's bold, man. I mean, I don't know. How do you feel about like flanks as a whole? Are they? I don't know, man. I feel like they're always super situational, but they've kind of been doing it every time, and it's been working.
Oh yeah, flanks sometimes can be tricky, especially like if the spinner right there is down for like. My opinion, like usually when the spinner is like all the way up, then that's where you go for a flank. So in case if there's a backliner hiding there, if there's no one there, then you definitely gotta take advantage of the height to get a kill or two.
Oh, jump on it, come on. There it goes.
They got the lead. Good job by Shelly.
They did, and you know, not a big lead, but Yan's gonna jump back in. Stormberling up there on that splat tube is going to be able to come back in and actually got both of them there while falling off. That's one of the funnier doubles I've seen.
Science!
I love it. But I do want to point out, man, you are truly a fortune teller there. You said that as soon as they got past that checkpoint, that's when you'd use the missiles. That is exactly what they did.
Yes, that's exactly what I said, and I was right.
You are 100% on your predictions so far. And now I'm not even sure they're going to have enough people to stop this push, much less get one started themselves. This is
Right, she's going in really deep. Can he get the kill on the Stingray?
Oh, double ray!
Double ray, wow.
Umbrella on the tower. They're not even going to be able to get the Umbrella off the tower here.
Oh, that is a wipe.
Yep.
A wipe.
Not able to get knocked out. Saved by the bell there.
Mm-hmm.
Man, good patience, but you said comebacks easy on that map, and that comeback went all the way to the knockout.
Oh, yeah. Missiles can definitely be good on this map, especially if you know what you're definitely doing.
And especially if you fire 6 of them. Goodness gracious. Build them up and fire them away. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a very competitive game. I think these two teams are pretty evenly matched. So we'll see as time moves on here if they're able to really find an opening. We saw a pretty good opening go one way. We saw a lead get taken back and then another one go, and it really was those missiles combined with the Stingray to force people one way and then pick them off after they were weakened.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see here.
So, what is the next map and mode?
Waiting for that right now. Both sides laughing a little bit. Shell Yeah there on the right, Team IMA on the left.
Oh, looky here.
Oh, Nezzy's putting it on.
Oh,
The Mountie.
Oh,
I mean,
wait.
what? We can't even call that the Mountie hat anymore. We need another name for it.
The Mountie, Mountainous hat or something. I don't know.
Mountainous hat. We're going Wahoo World Splat Zones, and I love Wahoo Splat Zones.
Splat Zones is definitely one of my favorite modes.
I
in
think
this
that,
game.
I mean, this is probably the only way that I really could justify having Wahoo World in. I don't like it on Rainmaker. I don't like it on Tower Control. Clay Blitz I'm okay about, but I think Splat Zones, it is one of the most hilarious and unique variations of Splat Zones in the game.
I bet you I'm going to see double bubbles at least in one team.
Well, we already saw Double Bubble come out from Shell Yeah, so I will not take that bet, but I will double down on it. Double or nothing. Let's see if Shell Yeah brings it. And there it is.
There it is. Let's go.
Both sides
double
hit it.
both sides. Okay.
Oh, I love it. But we'll look here. So we see that Shell Yeah, though, has brought in both a baller and a splashdown as well. So those are going to pop hard. On the other side, we have an Inkjet and a Rain to complement it here. But make no mistake, this is going to go as the bubbles go.
I'm pretty sure, like, since Splatshot Jr. is like one of the most of them I've seen. Like, it definitely has its potentials.
It does, and here goes some really far away bubbles. This is coming from all the way out in left field, but everybody has to back up. And there goes the zone. Now come the counter specials.
Now here comes more bubbles.
Oh,
double kill. Oh man, that is crazy.
That was crazy. But that's just how this map goes, right? I remember at Long Island seeing, I believe it was Keen, who would just come in with a tent umbrella and just put out the umbrella and then shoot the bubbles. And it was like, okay, we can't do anything to stop this. There's nothing we can do. Bubbles are so strong on this map.
Oh yeah, I definitely. Especially since Waffle World is and Zones is one of those zones that's definitely easy to cap.
I would agree.
Especially with a painting special.
Science going to put these out maybe a little bit too far back. I would have liked to see him drop because, look, none of those were really able to paint the zone. And now Science is going to get punished for it. And this is looking pretty bad. I'm not sure that they're going to get a chance. They have one special with the Rain, but they're going to need a lot more than just some chip shots on this Junior. They got to get some paint on there now.
Don't say that. Yeah, it's over because you never know. Things can happen in one. Oh, never mind.
Solid defense. That is not an easy zone to hold, but after they took it back, they were able to hold on to it very successfully right there. Shell Yeah up 2-0 as we go in, and that one looked a little bit more dominant. We said that the last game was very close, very competitive. That one got a little ugly after that opening, and there, 3 bubbles. Sometimes it is that simple.
All I saw was just bubbles almost half the match, most of the match. Definitely crazy. And yep, it's like I said, double bubble is definitely one of the metas out there.
Yeah, Shell Yeah, Marsh and I noticed it earlier. They are willing to double down on a special and just keep up with it. We saw double bubble. That first game, we saw double ray. We've seen double splash down from them. As soon as Clean Blitz came out, they went double baller. They have the versatility to double up on the dominant special on a mode.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Rainmaker.
Rainmaker Humpback. It's one of those maps where you can definitely, like, I feel like it's an easy knockout, but at the same time, somewhat, maybe. Because, I mean, it depends if, like, of course, the enemy team can start guarding the right side or the left side. But in my opinion, I feel like if you go on the left side, it's easier since the Rainmaker pedestal is, like, almost close.
Right.
But at the same time, you have to be careful because, like, the enemy can come through the front side towards the left side.
So, question for you specifically. What weapon are you playing these days? Because a lot of people know you for your frontliners. Are you still mostly a frontline main?
I am, yeah.
Okay.
But like now mainly for Rainmaker, I've been using Zimmy, the Zinc Mini, even though
interesting.
Yeah, even though people are saying it's bad, but like I'm trying to prove it's not bad.
So then take me through the mind of what you're looking for on this map as a frontliner, as that mini who's kind of more of a midliner. What are you looking for? What are the kind of keys to victory that when you see, you know to move up or you know to make that play?
I expect to see at least a curling bomb, because that'll definitely help like push the Rainmaker on the right side throughout the on their street near their spawn, and maybe I would also expect, I would say a bomb rush, suction bomb rush, or I guess any kind of bomb rush to definitely help pop the Rainmaker faster.
We get it quick. We did see a Bloblobber come out. This is not one of my favorite Bloblobber maps, but I've talked to other Bloblobber users who really do enjoy it. So we'll see if that comes out here from Somberling. As we get into it, Team IMA needs to find a win. Let's take a look. So we do have the Bloblobber come out, so I got that one right. Okay, we're up there for that one. Stingray, then we also have those pesky Tetra Dualies that just always seem to get away right before you can kill them. And we also see a Forge Kensa. So, I mean, do you think it's the Booyah Bomb? I mean, is that really a strong pick for this map?
Well, if you definitely need to pop the Rainmaker immediately, then yes, I would say it's decent. It's decent.
That's kind of where I feel like Pro always kind of falls into that category. It's like, yeah, it's decent.
Yeah, it's decent, but like, yeah, in my opinion, I would say Booyah Bomb is definitely helpful on tower control, since obviously if you Booyah the tower, it'll force the opponents to get off, especially if it's during overtime.
Right. Well-placed bomb there by Science here. Double bomb. Gotta love those big bomb junior builds. I love that the junior's able to do that. Pretty aggressive grabbing of the Rainmaker here. They see that there are a couple of people who are pushed up there, so I guess they're kind of trying to force him out a little bit. That's a good Booyah bomb too. This one might go, but Tetris, man, what can he do?
Ooh, Raichu was close getting that second pick. And now there are 3 down from, oh yeah. Okay, now right now, Yoko. Ready with that instead. Okay. Oh, he did not survive, unfortunately.
No. Ah, man, Yoko could have broke that one wide open. That was a great time to use that.
Get a kill. Oh, Raichu get a kill. Can he get a double? He got a double. Can he get the triple? Okay, guess not. Oh! Hey!
Quad? 3.5.
Okay, 3.5. Okay.
That was good, though. Almost single-handedly stopping that push there. Things were looking to get pretty ugly. Cleaned that up and got some extra credit. Now the force, though, going through, and good shot there, getting the trade there. Very good presence of mind by Sly, but
I bet Sonic's like worth it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, get what you can out of the situation, but this has been a much better game from Team IMA. Do you think it's just the nature of Rainmaker and a big opening, or do you think it's their comp?
I would say it's their comp, because their comp is one of those type of comps that can definitely help pressure the opponent and also at the same time help up the Rainmaker, at least into the Rainmaker.
Right,
so,
and this is quadruple. No, it's just triple. My bad. It is triple Splat Bomb too. So there's always pressure coming up there on the flat, and I'm starting to see the wisdom of that pick there, because the opponent is always forced to kind of keep it on mind. We saw earlier like just that pesky hidden Splat Bomb, but maybe it wasn't so hidden. Maybe it was just multiple Splat Bombs were able to take it, and sometimes they can kind of simulate that bomb rush, which you mentioned is so strong.
Oh, definitely. And just earlier you said they have 3 Splat Bombs from Team IMA, but I would say 4, because the Splatter Shot Junior like takes
true.
Yeah, you throw 2 at a time now, which is I don't know. I kind of don't like it, but whatever. It's Splatter Shot.
It's the junior.
Yeah.
It's the junior. It needed a little bit, but now Ryuichi gonna go, and that was a wicked direct there. That was a full health Tetra that got taken out. And now Yoko going to continue to come in. They're going to grab and continue putting the pressure on. And this is a revitalized Team IMA right now.
Definitely good armor by the junior. I forget what the junior was, but definitely good armor. Okay, there's 2 down. Yeah, can he get the kill? Yes, he did.
Again, Sly getting a pretty good trade there. That's going to allow them to respawn down below. Got it.
Smart bomb rush right there by the block blocker. Because of course you definitely need to push the Rainmaker back. Like, no, stay away. You are not going through.
Oh, they're going to swap up.
A couple of good pushes by Science, but unfortunately did not gain a couple of points. But 25, it's a decent lead.
It is. This is a scary map, though. Like,
it is.
Anything
can happen.
Yeah, they always say push at 0 here. And we've seen, like, this happened in game 1, too, right? It was Team IMA who was in the lead late, and then just one nice Tenta missile, one big push. They took it all the way to a knockout, so let's see here. I've liked the way that Yoko and Fuchsia have kind of moved around the map, right? It always feels like they're letting their other 2 teammates on the junior and the pro paint it while they kind of shark around. And I feel like that balance has really kept control of the map.
I mean, that's pretty much the role of the Octopus. You pretty much, like, obviously, the Octopus is one of the supports that helps paint the map to help get their teammates get map control. Unless if Yoko can do one of those Octopuses, they just, like, be out those frontliners kinds.
Few and far between, but they are terrifying to go up against.
Oh yeah, they are. Because, like, the moment they, like, start inking in front of your face, it's not gonna lie, it's sometimes hard to see, like, oh gosh, because all that inking's, like...
And you can't really do anything to dodge it either. I mean, dualies, as great as they are, like, that's a big old hitbox on that brush, man. It's scary. And there he goes.
It's very scary. Kill. And this on the team. Oh, wait, it's going to be... Oh, yeah, it's definitely going to go to overtime. Well, they definitely get this comeback.
All right, that armor's up, so they're going to be able to stall him off just a little bit.
The autobomb. The autobomb? Okay. Oh,
was that Yoko?
I did not see that.
That was Yoko.
Oh, it was Yoko.
The old brush in the middle of 3 people, but it still gets the job done.
Yeah.
Team IMA on the board now, 1-2 against Shelly. We will have a game 4, and that was just a much cleaner game. I feel like in the other games there was always a moment where there was one big opening, but you see there 13, 13, 10, 8. That's contributions from everyone, good special counts across the board. A much better game from Team IMA.
Definitely good teamwork as well.
Take a look at it now. Some smiles there on the left side. Yoko like, yeah, I did that. 3 people on 1. I got this.
Yeah, 3v4, all right. No, 1v4, I got this.
Easy. Easy money. All right. So now, Shelly, that was still a pretty close game. They had some opportunities. I feel like they got out-comped. They got a little bit out-moved. But now moving on to our next map here, which is Manta Maria, I think that this might be one of the more neutral stages in the game in terms of the different weapons you can play, how many ways you can attack it, but it's also Clan Blitz. This is a setup map where you have to build up your claims to kind of jump in because this is one of the easier ones to defend, I think.
Yeah, and of course, in Clan Blitz, almost every team runs like a baller or 2, and plus, for this map, all you have to do is keep controlling mid, because that's the most important part of the map, and especially for this mode. Because you do not want the enemy team to come in and get map control in the mid.
Trying to think now. Ballers, of course. You bring your ballers here for your jump.
Maybe a little bit of Rain Cloud. Maybe.
So maybe our new ballpoint, I think, would be a great pick here.
The ballpoint, yeah.
Yeah. I guess it is just the Kensa ballpoint. That has rain, right? I'm not remembering that wrong.
Wait, the new ballpoint, I think it has, I know it has beacons. I don't remember the special.
I think it's beacons and rain.
Beacons and rain? Okay.
Yeah. Big, great pick here. Splatlings are so strong on this map. I mean, they're very strong right now in general, and we know that Sly has a fantastic Splatling, so we'll see what he opts to go. Could be the key point in the set as we get into our game 4 right now. Right now. There we go.
Right now.
Splatoon decided to take a minute.
Yeah.
All right.
Double baller bet. Wow, okay, no ball. Well, they have bubbles, so I completely forgot about it. Oh, okay.
1 baller between 2 teams. All right, well, would have lost that one. But double bubble here. So double bubble, Rain, and Yoko sticking with the brush. So they're going for the more heavy-handed approach here instead of going with the sneakier baller way. Interesting choice. Where do you think Sly needs to go? If you have one, where is he going? Aside from away.
Yeah, besides that. I would say, yeah, I would say if I were to slide, I'd probably try to get mid control, just start shooting around the middle to keep the enemies pushed back. So that way the teams can get map control as well, and also collect clams.
Oh, that was good movement by Fuchsia. Very lucky the right shoot came up though.
Oh, I did not think the target set just was not outranged. Shot pro. Good kill by right shoot there.
This is such a Manta Maria clam blitz opening. Everyone's dead.
Everyone's dead.
Just keep trading around clams here. Pass it up. Let's see where Lucio goes with this baller. You know, that armor might actually end up hurting there. I thought he had a chance to sneak around.
Yeah, I feel like this is one of the toughest, well, I guess not toughest, but I guess somewhat difficult maps to score on, because like I feel like the enemy can be just hiding or at least somewhere on top by their snipe, like, and then somewhere near top left, someone guarding. And I don't know, yeah, I feel like this is one of the maps that can definitely be hard to score on, in my opinion. Unless if it's just me.
Yeah, no, I agree completely. This is definitely a setup map where it takes a while to make their push. So you just try to get as many clams as you've had. Like, we've seen both teams have 20 clams and still not be running in because they're like, no, we'd have to save this. We might not get another chance.
Because you never know. Like, you never know someone's hiding there, and then and all of a sudden the entire team is back there guarding all fast because their spawn is somewhat close to their goal.
Oh, Sly's not even going to be able to get to that. Man, so that's just... You hate to see that. That's just so sad.
Yeah.
And now Yoko's flanking. That's the other part.
And Yoko's dead. Okay.
Yeah. It's like, we were talking so much about sharking that, oh yeah, we could be getting flanked. And now more people are dead.
Look at all those flanks. Oh! But unfortunately, Splatoon did not get the kill on the splashdown.
Wow. Dude, Zonix's defensive play there and able to jump back, that might have actually like saved them big time.
This is what I mean. It's hard to get in, but at the same time, it's hard to defend.
Yeah. It's scary. Yoko gonna shark a little bit. All right.
Ooh, good kill by Yoko.
Or Sly.
Hey, of course, Yoko gets double team. Okay.
This guy, man, Sly and Yoko have been dancing around this entire game. I love this. 2 minutes left on the clock. Only one team has scored. 18 clams to 13 clams. He can open it up right here. Well, interesting. Not going all the way around to try to set up a jump. I don't know about that.
I don't know about that either. Like I definitely would have said, if I were right there, I would have like just had the baller go all the way to their goal, because like their team actually had a ball right there.
Just get kind of hungry for the kill there. And now look, it's just so much pressure. And these are going to be really strong bubbles.
Oh, unfortunately, they got him behind the bubble.
But more bubbles, because
more
why
bubbles.
not?
Oh yeah, I forgot it's a couple bubbles.
And more bombs!
Okay.
Fuchsia not going to be able to get there.
That is unfortunate.
And that was like every special, all of their clams, and all of mid going the other way here.
Oh, can we get the kill? Okay, you drop down. Gonna get the kill. And baller again.
And again, opting to go up here to the top.
Oh, right here, I would have done.
This jump's going to get punished.
Oh,
maybe not.
Okay, well, one down, but they still have their control alive. Okay, well, oh, it's just a heavy. It's just their heavy.
How do they all die?
I have no idea. I guess they're just like, all right, we got this. Okay, never mind, I guess not.
Inklin's playing on half HP right now is what it feels like. Dying to everything.
This is exactly why I kind of don't like playing this map, specifically for this mode.
I've seen more 80 to 100s on this map than any other map.
Because at one point, me and my team were playing in DNS in semifinals, and it was Manta Maria, and literally it was 5 minutes. None of us have scored. None of us have scored. That was overtime for like about a minute and a half, and then we ended up getting the score, and that was just pretty much game. That's how annoying this map is sometimes.
And finally, one opening does come through. Can we just appreciate the fact that Science went in unimpeded and scored, threw out all of the bubbles, and then popped all of the bubbles before anybody even got to him? That's how long it took.
Definitely smart. Can right to definitely make it. Oh, but then again, the enemy team just responded, and now they are guarding with their squid lives. Now it's overtime, and unfortunately, overtime can be kind of dumb here sometimes, because even if you have the ball, like, overtime's over, man.
Yeah.
You know? Oh! Oh!
Whoa, grab the ball, grab the ball!
Grab the ball, right, you?
You can get there.
Right.
That's a wipe!
That's a wipe!
That's a wipe! This should be it!
That's a wipe! This should be it!
Oh boy,
Oh,
do they have enough clams? Jump. Where's the jump? Save the last clam. Save the last clam. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Two more.
Two more.
Oh,
no! That is unfortunate.
We are going to game 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Oh, wow.
And Team Emo's heart are racing. They're like,
I was
oh,
going to
man.
say, deep breath. Let's get the water. Get the water. Take a sip. Oh, wow. 21 there for Raichu. Certainly putting in the effort there to try to bring that one back at the end and came up one clam short.
Ooh.
All right.
Game 5, everybody.
Game 5. I believe it's the first game 5 that we have certainly had on set.
Yeah,
on
or
stream.
wait, but I'm pretty sure I think this is game 5, first game 5 of the day, I think.
And it's Tower Control Anchovy games. Wow.
Of course, okay.
Wow,
No.
we get to a game 5 and we get Tower Control Anchovy games. I love this.
I don't like this map.
I don't either.
No, no one does. I mean, who does?
Well, okay. Nezzy, tell the people from a top player's perspective.
Oh, wait.
Why?
What?
Oh, never mind. We're saved. It's Splat Zone's Kelp Dome.
Even worse.
Yeah. Tell the people why one might not like Splat Zone's Kelp Dome.
Well, easy flank, plus if they have a backline or two, then I feel like long range can definitely dominate since it's more of an open area from both sides. And especially if the Hydra or Heavy shoots through their grades on left or right side.
Have you played against Dia on this map?
Dia, I have not actually, but I am curious.
It's horrifying.
I know Dia. Obviously, Dia is horrifying Splatling in general, but like I am curious how well I'll do against him in Splatzone's Kelp Dome.
He takes a very aggressive position. He kind of like, he goes on the grates, but he sits like, if you're coming out from your spawn, he sits on your upper left grate because he can kind of put a couple of shots on you and kind of dissuade you from going that way.
Yeah.
And if you're not coordinated in trying to take him down, or if he picks off one of you, you kind of lose the position. So I don't think that we have a Dia here. I don't think Dia is here, so this is kind of irrelevant, but it goes to show just how strong positions can be. And this is just a hard zone to take, man.
It is, because of course the zone is pretty. It's a huge zone actually to cap, and of course the top mid counts as a zone, which is unfortunate. Like even if you try to paint both sides, you can't cap it. You have to paint the top mid, which is like kind of dumb.
Do you think that, I've heard people say, and this may not be the case anymore.
I love Splatzone's Kelp Dome.
No, I've never heard anybody say that.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think that Stingray is a necessity on this map? Because I've heard people say that without Stingray to consistently push your way back in, that it can be very, very difficult to do so. Do you think you need Stingray, or do you think that it's just kind of a stopgap that some teams use?
I mean, I feel like Stingray is actually pretty good on this map. I've seen multiple Stingrays when I was playing in Squid Calo, or of course in solo queue. It actually can be terrifying if you're in a definitely good position.
Well, we'll see right now. We know that Shell, likes to double up on those strong specials. We'll see if they opt to do that here in our first and maybe only Game 5.
Game 5, everybody.
Game 5. Take a look at it now if you're not playing. And even so, just pause the game. All right. So we have
we do have a Stingray.
And we also have an Explosher. We do not have a Stingray on
double
the other
rain
side.
From
double rain.
Team IMA.
Interesting. Double rain plus bubbles.
This should definitely be an interesting match.
All right. Mid-control, Yoko opening it up good, taking out the Slosh Machine, but they need to find the Explosher. They don't have anything that can really challenge that Explosher, so they need to keep him pinned early and often.
Okay, so right now both sides are just trying their hardest to cap zone. Good by Lucia, and they cap zone. Good kill on Raichu.
Yeah, and then, oh, that's a full wipe, so they're going to
Wow,
actually get to push up here. I hope that they're aggressive. I hope that they do
hope.
not just wait here in the middle, and it does look like Zonic in future.
Unless if Jacob, not Jacob, I'm sorry, Yoko actually stays in mid to support. Like in case if anyone's flanking, just go for that kill, because of course Octobus can be pretty dumb also if you stay on top mid.
Oh, great positioning there by Zonic. Great positioning. And you know that Yoko was calling that out earlier when he was going for it. He saw two people over there, and Zonic again. That's not the worst of trades, actually, because there's nobody that can really take the zone. Ryuchi going to try to double up with these bubbles, but will they pop?
Okay, good armor by Chad.
Wow. This is such a hard zone to take.
It is a hard zone. Uh-oh. Okay, now they got
There we go.
Oh yeah, I forgot they have all the two.
And everyone's dead.
All right, yep, 3 down. Nice.
Gotta love it. Now let's see. How do you come back in on a map like this? You're back like this, you're 3 or 4 down, what do you do?
I usually just charge special and then get in because I usually sometimes go Zimmy or T-Tech. If I'm T-Tech, I just charge range and get a pick or 2. And then once I get a pick or 2, I just like start rushing again. I tell my team, all right, let's go, let's go.
Got to make a play, it sounds like, and we're seeing Yoko try to do that right now. Gets the play right there, and that was a cleaner pushback in than we see pretty often. That was 3 specials in doing so, though.
Oh, good kill right, and he's dead. Okay, now Yoko is pretty smart in his position, staying on top mid. It's like I said, like Brush can definitely be good if you just stay on top mid. Watch him flanks and as well as do follow.
Yeah, that bomb gave away his position pretty early there. I think that was maybe a little bit ill-advised. That's one thing. Flat bombs are so good, but like, you can't just throw them out. Sometimes staying hidden is more important.
Didn't Sonic just 3-shot right through that throw? I'm pretty sure he did. I don't know. Unless if it's what's it called? Well, I would not say fall-off damage unless it's the range. I don't know. This game's confusing sometimes.
It is confusing. They got to get in now.
Which
is not really
unfortunate, right? Can they get the zone back? And that is unfortunate. But Team IMA taking game 5.
We got that classic reverse sweep right there. And that's just Kelp Dome being Kelp Dome, right? We saw a couple different attempts on it, but that zone does not flip easily. High fives there from Team IMA, bringing it back. And you're dancing with Judd right now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this